my fellow readers. Today I decided to share with you a quarterly review of all of the books that I have read from January to March of 2021. So expect this video in April, and then I'll do another quarterly review in July, and then one in October, and then one in the following January. I think this will be just a fun way to share what I'm reading, and yeah, you can ask me any questions on it or make any suggestions for me or ask for suggestions. I have no problem providing some book suggestions for my fellow readers. I am going to be doing this a little bit differently. So I went on Goodreads and I discovered that I have read a total of 132 books from January to March. This includes graphic novels like my manga and other graphic novels, as well as, any audiobooks and books on my Kindle and physical books that you read. So rather than trying to list off 132 books, which would probably destroy my voice, I figured I'd take you over to Goodreads and just kind of show the titles that I have read from January to March of 2021. And then I can just go over my top picks for the reads so far. The final book of that time frame was Moxie. The rest are what I began to read in April. So now that you're back from seeing what I read on Goodreads, I figured I would share with you my top 15 books that I read and my top 5 graphic novels that I read. And in this case, the 15th book and the 5th graphic novel are actually one and the same. So let's get to it. What books did I like? I really enjoyed We Are Not Free. And then this is kind of a cheat, but it's TJ Klune's Lightning Struck Heart series of books. I think the series has a different name for the overall series, but I loved all 4 of those books. And I think there's going to be a special side book that's coming out, but it is such a humorous fantasy series. There are some naughty bits in there as well, but I just loved the heck out of that series. It was really good. Third, Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. Oh, I love Brandon Sanderson's books. My favorite ones are the Stormlight Archive series, but Elantris was really, really good. Confessions, which I talked about in another video. Midnight at the Bright Ideas Bookstore, which I also talked about in a different video. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, which was a thoroughly enjoyable, quick read that I think everybody of all ages should read. The Love Curse of Melody McIntyre, which I talked about in a different video. The Only Good Indians, which was a horror book and was super good and I should have talked about in a video, and maybe I still will. Infinity Reaper, which I sort of talked about. Chain of Iron. Yes, that was super good. The Name of the Wind, which I finally got to read. Super good. Then One by One by Ruth Ware. Super good. Suspense, thriller. Really good. Lost in the Neverwoods. I'm not a huge fan of Peter Pan, but I really enjoyed this retelling of the Peter Pan story. Check it out. It's by Aidan Thomas. Then Bedazzled, which charmed the pants off of me. That was a recent read for me. And if you're in like the nerdy geekdom world, you'll probably be charmed by Bedazzled. It was just really cute. And number 15, which again also fits onto my graphic novel shelf, was No Longer Human the adaptation of Osamu Dazai's work by Junji Ito. Very enjoyable. So my other graphic novel picks would be Magic Fish, which was such a sweet story, and recommend that 100%. Next, Love Me, Love Me Not, which I actually started reading the end of last year, but since there were volumes in this time frame, I'm putting it on this list. Same for Witch Hat Atelier. I love that series. I cannot recommend it enough. I have shot a video on that, but please, if you have not yet, pick up Witch Hat Atelier. And number 5, no surprise to anyone, this one is coming to an end. If you haven't read it, pick up the series now and give it a read, and that is Attack on Titan. So that's it for my early 2021 reads and picks for my best of, my favorite reading that's been done so far this year. Feel free to comment down below, ask me any questions, make any suggestions, and yeah, get reading. Until next time, bye.